What's going on, Libra? And welcome to my channel, Alchemist. Justin here, and I hope you're having a fantastic week so far. So, for those of you who are returning, welcome back, Soul Tribe. I appreciate your subscriptions, your likes, and shares. Your support really is just epic, Libra. And it keeps us growing. And for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm happy hire so. I didn't have quite have that. Hold on. Welcome. There you go. I don't know why I started doing that, Libra. I'm happy higher stuff has brought you here. We're in for an amazing journey. Because it's General Energy Weekly Spread. I'm not sure what the dance is, Libra. We're just, I'm getting it together slowly but surely. But Libra, with this weekly spread, whenever you happen to come across this video, there may be some messages in here for you. And just so you're all aware, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one, so take what resonates with you, leave the rest with me, and never force reading on a situation, okay? So with all that being said, let's jump into it. Your space has been cleansed. Crystals, feeling lovely. Just great energy all around here, Libra. So Libra, I'm going to pull a few oracle cards from this deck here, and then we'll get some details with the tarot. But before we jump into this thing, these readings that I do, they're not gender specific readings, so apply these energies to people as they make sense for your situations, okay? Thank you. And in case if y'all were curious, the decks that I'm working with, I've included links for them down in the description box, so definitely check that out if you're interested. But also down below some links for some other readers that I like watching, Libra, so definitely check them out. Very intuitive group. I think you would enjoy the energies they bring. But let's go ahead and get into your first card here. Oh, Libra, look at you, huh? And how interesting. So you got the buy the book card here, Libra. And just a sidebar, the 11th card in the tarot is your card, the Justice card here. So I like how you're syncing up with the energies. But you know, Libra, with this by the book, this almost gives me like this energy for some. It's just like that maybe we've been doing things a certain type of way for a long time. And for some, I do feel like that there is this call to do, how do I want to put this? It almost feels like that there is maybe a need for structure for some of you about maybe how we're approaching something. Maybe this could be, or just like, or like, if not a structure doesn't even quite feel like the right word. It's almost like how, it's almost like this guidance that may be needed. Because I like how it's like you got this, it's like going down the chain here. It's like you got the more, you got the elder elephant here, you have the next one, and then the youngest member here. And it feels like for some it's like it's, how do I want to put this, Libra? Where I do feel like, you know, I'm all about embracing individuality and things along those lines, Libra. But I feel like there are certain things to where there's certain ways of doing, because I feel like it's like some people, we want to do something a certain way, but it doesn't quite fit into the mold of things. And I'm in the energy that is leading me to is that there's this conflict that might be happening with this, Libra. Like, let's say for example this is like a job, you know, it's like there's, you know, there's been one way that has been going for a while, like that mentality of like, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But there's like, I feel like there's a side of you that sees something from another perspective here. And it's like, it's like we understand the nature of this thing, but there's like, I feel like there's a need to, or like a wanting to just kind of break out of that, to kind of break the chain here and venture out on your own, in a sense, to try something different, try something unique. And this doesn't have to be strictly in work. This can maybe be, maybe for some we come from like a military background, for example, you know, we just been, that's been like the theme, you know, or maybe we come from like a family of lawyers or doctors and things, and that's just been just how it is. But now there's this energy, I feel like for some, that there is it's like we may not like it, but I feel like there is for some, like there's this need for this sense of routine, for this sense of tradition. It's giving me very Hierophant type of energy, but I do feel like that if you truly want to break the mold there, Libra, and break this chain, break out of this whatever this cycle is, that there's going to be a need to really go for it. It can't be something where I feel like we're kind of like half in and half out, where it's like, we're going along with these things, but we don't like it, so we complain about it. And it's like, well, if we don't like it, then let's do something else about it. There can't be that. It doesn't feel like that there's going to be this balanced answer, or this like this win-win type of scenario. Like maybe, but let me get some tarot on this, Libra, because this is very interesting energy that's coming through here. But it's like if we're gonna break the chain or do this thing, then it's like really doing it right, pursuing your happiness, being free, allowing yourself to just to shine, and do. I feel like do you in a sense, because maybe for some. Let me get the rest of your tarot cards here before I get into this, Libra. Or it even kind of reminds me of like, yeah, like if you're at like a job, for example, and they're doing something like you don't agree with, or it's just like, well, why would I keep doing this and stuff? Well, then it's like we could either stay in that environment and let that lower your vibration, or we can free ourselves and do something about this thing. Get out there and let me see what else said. Right, King of Wands, let stuff go. Right. So you have the Sun, the King of Wands, the Eight of Cups, the Page of Wands, and then the Hermit here, Libra, and I feel there's a need to, especially if this is something that we're not agreeing with, if we feel like it's restricting us in some sort of creative type of capacity, or if it's not quite your calling. Pisces had something similar to this, where it's like if something wasn't fitting with them, then it was time to take action, to get a game plan, and have the courage to get out there. Like if we don't like a way a business is going, or maybe even like how corporations are doing things, then going out there, maybe starting your own business. And maybe it's not leaving at first there, Libra. It's like kind of slowly phasing yourself out there. Take a moment and reflect on like what we can do about this stuff. But I feel like try not to. I feel like if this is something that we keep kind of bottled up, in the sense that it's going to bring, it's going to bring about this, you're diminishing your light in a sense. And I feel like it's going to eventually not put it out, but just like where we're just kind of fitting into the mold and kind of staying where it's safe. And Libra, listen, I get that. I really get that, Libra, because I mean that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like it's trying to figure out. I got a lot of stuff that I'm trying to get into the mix, but there are like so many pieces that I need to move, and but I do feel like, Libra, it is something that being mindful though, that something does need to change though, because if we stay in this energy of like, that sort of like complaining energy, then nothing's moving. It's time to go get out of that sort of like, and I'm not calling you immature, Libra, but that if that's something that's resonating with you, that's sort of like that energy, and take more responsibility, kind of take action and get out there. It's let the thing serve a purpose for you until you can get into that level of like maybe like independence is what we're looking for, like breaking away. If it's like a family thing, they are, maybe they're, again, maybe this is like the Lords, and you want to go out there and do baton twirling, go join the circus, whatever she's doing. Yeah, the Page, she's just living her life. And if that's what you want to do, live your life, Libra, then let's figure out how to do that. But it is getting a game plan there, finding the things that are holding you back from that, and that's actually really almost symbolic. I feel like what's happening here in this Eight of Cups, how there's this little cup that's got this little fire here that's burning, in a sense. And maybe that's something we need to do, some sort of symbolism. Write down the things that you want to let go, that are holding you back. Have some water nearby you, Libra. Be safe. But and then maybe like release that stuff into the universe, let that stuff burn, and then maybe even that can even form some sort of inspiration. I hope that this is making sense there, Libra, because I know you know, and no, Libra, I'm not coming at you. It's just something to reflect on, I feel like, because hmm. All right, Libra. Let's get your next oracle card. Oh, interesting. All right, Libra. So you got the blessed card here. And you are absolutely blessed there, Libra. But I also, just a little sidebar, Libra, 11 and 22 in numerology are both master numbers. So I just find that kind of fascinating too. But, Libra, there's this reader that I used to live with this Libra, and there was this one reader, and I always loved that when her little outro for because she's a Libra, and she would always be like, Libra, stay balanced, stay blessed, and I do feel like that no matter what move this is that you are getting ready to make, Libra, if this is something that is resonating with you, remembering that you are blessed, that you are divinely guided, that you do have maybe like, and I even feel like for some, it's just like maybe we've again been doing things by the book and only feel like we only have this one thing to offer, but you have so many more blessings that may have been because we're going by this one thing. And again, Libra, I wouldn't tell you what to do. It's not saying that you need to break this stuff. If you feel that calling, then go to that calling. But if you feel like that there's something inside you, a light that's being dimmed, that's wanting to shine and celebrate, and I feel like it's allowing yourself, do yourself that service to be to not just enjoy the blessings that you have, but allowing the others to enjoy that to see you shine in that radiance as well there, Libra. Because when you think about your ruler, Venus, the Empress, she's not just about being beautiful and being abundant. She wants to share that. She wants equality for all and this fairness and this. And and I do feel like it's like because I almost even feel like that there's this energy, Libra, that maybe for some we haven't questioned the way that something is supposed to be. We just assume we were going to, let's say, for example, we've been, and again, nothing wrong with this, but it's like maybe we just, just had been on this thing where it's like, okay, I'm going to get to this A. At 11, we decided that by 22, I want to be married, have my career, do blah, 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 do all these things here. And we've not questioned, like, well, what if I were to join the circus, or maybe work with animals, or maybe go on a backpacking trip somewhere where there's a bunch of sun there, Libra. Maybe just going out in the wilderness, maybe going, I mean, you got a lot of desert imagery here, maybe you want to go visit the Sahara. But I do feel there's this almost like kind of limiting scope in a sense, in that we're, and if like the Eight of Cups again is walking away from something, walking a lot of, you got a lot of imagery here. Look at this, look at her walking towards that sunlight. This, like, there's a let's let's get some tarot on this, Libra. Libra, and this is more so in the Thoth deck. And I mean, this one can apply there too, but one of my favorite things, and I'll show you here in a second, but one of my things to do is like putting the sun behind the hermit and then allowing that inner light to rise and to shine. And that works, I feel like, even for this Eight of Cups and this hermit here. But, I almost feel like that a wake-up call is even happening, maybe happen for you, Libra, that you don't have to do something maybe a certain type of way here more. And like, interesting. Alright, Libra, let me see what's going on here. All right, so you have the Devil, the Eight of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles in reverse, and then we have the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Swords upright. And it's interesting here with the Devil being here, because I like when the Devil's in reverse, because this is like we're overcoming something, and I feel like that again maybe there was some sort of structure that was put upon you that just didn't quite fit in. It's like we got into the routine of this thing, but it's just like it didn't quite fit you in a sense. It didn't like it feel like there's again it feels like it was like something that was getting in the way of our blessings, really getting in the, because the pentacles deal with more than just your money. This can deal with your manifestation, and that's more so what it feels like that's coming through here, that we're there's a need to kind of in it's like asking yourself these inner questions. Am I making the most of my abilities? Is this sort of like this, because I almost feel like you maybe for some it's just like we were even molded into something, as far as like, or like conditioned in a certain type of way to, and not to say that this is like a father or anything like that, because this is Capricorn energy, the devil, and devils are could the Capricorn's considered the father of the zodiac. You got the King of Wands here, but it could be even someone that was like that maybe took on that fatherly role that sort of like limited your choices in a sense. You could either do this or you could do that, but there wasn't like, what about a third option? What about a fourth option? What about some other things that you may want, that you might find yourself curious about? And I feel like it's like these crows in your head have like blinded you in a sense with this Two of Wands, how she's got this blindfold over her eyes. And now it's like learning your blessings for what they truly are. And let me get a little bit more on the devil here, Libra. Interesting, Libra. So you have the Nine of Wands in reverse, and then you have the Four of Swords, and then the Star card upright. And I do feel that for some, it's like if we keep going against this, not necessarily that if we go against this by the book thing that you're not going to have a happy life, but I feel like there's this tired energy, this burnt out energy that's it's wanting to rest in a sense, but it's like I feel like it's like it's one of those things that if we put off these wishes and dreams that we may have for ourselves, or maybe don't even question, is this like what we truly desire, or this is how we kind of saw ourselves, like where our journeys were going there, Libra, then it's going to be one of those things down the line when you come across like a almost like a midlife crisis in a sense, but it's more so like your I'm thinking about your like Uranus opposition, which happens around like 42, I want to say, and that's considered like your midlife crisis, where it's like we find ourselves not quite in our calling, and then we make like a drastic change. I remember working with someone at this little mom and pop shop, is little breakfast spot, cute little spot, and they had they had been working in like corporations for very very successful, very, she worked in like New York, very high, just living the life, but not fulfilled. And then one day they just decided to leave their like six figure job and just came down to work in this little diner, and hadn't felt, and just felt more alive then than they did in this setting. And that's where I feel like we don't want it to be where, because that can be tough too sometimes, I feel, when we make those decisions, and then you can get to that place of like, well, where this is where I spent all my time in, and then it can lead to that energy of get into that depression energy, maybe like Three of Swords, and so just and I hope that this is all making sense there, Libra. But all right, let's get your last oracle here. All right, Libra. So you have the fork in the road. And I feel with this, Libra, there is, coupled that with the Two of Swords here, there is, decisions that needing to be made. I feel like you're at a, at a crossroads, on a precipice here of some sort of big change that can happen. Because even this card, this is the 13th card, and that's the Death card energy that's coming through. And, maybe there's this. You know how these two energies are coming through here, like, your energy, Justice, and then the Death card here. I feel that there's going to be, because I'm getting that, like, that strong sense of, like, that cause and effect, and how that leads to change, how following your wishes, your dreams, Star card here, Sun card, can lead to. And again, Libra, I wouldn't tell you what to do, and it's not that you're not, if we follow this trail, you're not going to live an abundant life. But I just feel like that there are blessings that we may be not quite seeing all the way, and I feel like you can still find that, and maybe even find this balance with that. But it's not. I feel like it's going to be one that's going to require work here with the devil. The Capricorn's probably the hardest working sign of the zodiac. They're the achievers. Being Saturn bull. Saturn asks a lot, and yeah, it just feels like that. We might find ourselves in this crossroad where, again, you may not be able to find the most, where it's like a win-win thing. Like, there's gonna be, even getting like Hanged Man energy, where there's like something's gonna have to give, or there's gonna be a sacrifice that's gonna be a need to made in order to get to this sunlight here. But let me get some tarot on this, Libra. And I don't feel sacrifices necessarily have to be something that, I feel like when we hear that, it's like it's a negative word, and it's just like, Three of Swords, we were talking about that. But I feel like it has to be like, listen, Libra, look at you, I said we were just talking about that, and then you're going to feel some kind of way. I'm kidding, Libra. But it's like, it doesn't have to be this negative sort of thing. I feel like it can be, it's making space for something new. Libra? It's really funny. And the Three of Swords is playing the Four of Swords. And the Two of Swords. All your minor cards are here, Libra. And so, yeah, just like I feel like there's some. Let me get the rest of your cards here, Libra. Alright, last little bit here, Libra. Oh, love it. And there's the Death card. I love when spirits do that. So you have the Three of Cups in reverse here, Libra. And then you have the Page of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Three of Swords, and then that Death card we were literally just talking about, Libra. And let's switch back over. So, change. And it's like, and I like that this isn't just the Death card, it's a Death Rebirth card, because when and it's not like a literal death, Libra, when something has come to an end, a new thing is emerging, in a sense. And I feel like for some, we may struggle seeing that blessing at first. It might be some hardships. It might be some tough energies that we need to do. Maybe we need to make a move to a different state, or maybe maybe think about leaving our jobs. Maybe our families may not accept these decisions. Maybe, so many things that could possibly go here, but you got a lot of pages that were coming through as well. Page of Wands, Pentacle, and Swords, and this is a lot to think about, Libra. This fresh start, whatever this is that you might be considering here, but where it could be, it's like, oh, it could be this, could be that, could be all this negative stuff here, but it could be fun there, Libra. Could lead to new opportunities, new ways of thinking. It's like, it's seeing that stuff from both sides there, and hmm. Yeah, I keep even getting like this feeling of trying not to let it overwhelm you, in a sense. But I think I'm gonna leave that there, Libra. So just quite a bit to think about there. This was a very interesting reading, Libra. But if something resonated with Libra, or if you like that, give it a thumbs up and share this, Libra. If you know someone who's, yeah, just been doing things by the book, and it's just like, yeah, time to like, yeah, like it's like I do. I feel like it's like this energy of tired of doing things again, doing things by the book, and like wanting to change, and complaining about it in a sense, but not taking that action in order to do that. So just, but share this, Libra, and then subscribe there. You page. I don't know. I was gonna call you Page of Pentacles. Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. Subscribe there, Page of Pentacles. You're a manifestor. Hit that bell button to get notified on these videos each week. And then lastly, Libra, if you have any Cancer in your placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, come on over to the Cherry Den, friends. I do videos Monday through Friday there. We discuss lunar shenanigans, and it's a good old time. And all that housekeeping, it's down in the description box below. But let me get your surprise cards here, so I can get you out of here, Libra. I'd have lost it if it was your card. But, Libra, you got the Ace of Cups here, in reverse. And so, I feel that there's our well isn't being filled, maybe, with going by this book. And I feel like even for some, and that's and I hope you stay through to this end, Libra, because that's more so what I found a way to articulate that better. It's like maybe for some it's just like that we have to do things by the book for a little bit in order to get to our happiness. It may not be what we want in a sense, but it can happen down, like it's just like a little bit of work that's needed to be put into there in order to get to that space and to have that perseverance that you will receive the blessings that you want. But just sometimes we may have to compromise on some things in order to get to that space. Ah, man, I wish that's what I was trying to, what I was having troubles articulating earlier. But well, it's here, Libra. I hope that you do watch this all the way through. But let me get your oracle card, or get your other oracle card here so I can get you out of here, Libra. Thank you. Yeah, I like that, Libra. That's what we're talking about, taking charge, leadership. And with this energy, Libra, and I like that. You got a little, well, it's a tiger here and you got a lion over there, but that's fine. Got a lot of animals here, Libra. but it's okay. Maybe you want to work with animals. But I do feel with this, though, that if we do want to change, you are at a plate, you're at a fork in the road. How do you want to change? It's like, do you want others, because you see how this devil here has this figure on a marionette strings. It's like, do we want others to kind of guide our journey, or do we want to be in charge of our own outcome there, Libra, and achieve the blessings that you know that you're meant for, not what others allot you, in a sense. So Hmm. Very interesting energy here, Libra. But you stay safe out there, Libra, with these choices that you might be making here, because I do feel like that there is a shift. And keep in mind too, just even thinking with that star card, you know, star could be a card of unexpected help. So, you know, make these changes. You might get some powerful allies coming on your route there. And you raise your vibration through the roof because it's a lot to deal with. Make sure you know this can be very stressful and can kind of weighing down on the heart sometimes there and kind of make you feel a lot. So, just make sure that we're doing some self care there, Libra. And I will catch you on the next one later.